I've come down to Howsham Mill for a little bit of a midweek wild swim. I've also got a back catalogue of fancy ales that I want to sample and show you, so I'll let you see a few things that I saw on my way to the wild swimming spot, and then I'll interject and we'll talk a little bit more about the mill itself. So the origin of the building that you can see here dates back to around 1755, but the mill itself dates all the way back to 1086, which is time ago, and it's just a beautiful example of a Gothic revival style building, and the weir itself is just lovely. It's a beautiful place to be. You can see the weir there. And the old miller would subsidise his wages by trapping eels and salmon that came up the weir. The mill is now used for a myriad of different things. It involves a lot of children and learning bushcraft and education about wildlife. One thing that I think is pretty cool is that it creates hydropower and renewable energy. So the big turbines that you can see here are used and the power is sent to the national grid. So I've come out for a wild swim and a beer. I'm going to do a little series because during the week it's not always easy to get out and do an overnight camp, and I never want to feel like I'm rushing these things for the sake of it, and sometimes it's a little bit tough to get to work reeking of smoke and whatever, so especially in winter. So what I'm going to do is I'm making a series of wild swimming. So I'll come out, I'm going to do a little bit of wild swimming all through the winter. There's no holds barred, just in duds, in little skimpy James Bond duds. And then I'm going to get out and then crack open a top quality ale, because I've got a few now. I've got a bit of a back catalogue. They're too good to smash, so I'm just going to come out somewhere beautiful, tell you a little bit about it, and I'm going to have a little bit of a swim in the increasingly freezing water, re-energise through that and cleanse myself. We're going to get out and then I'm going to review a beer, so what we're going to call it, wild beer and swimming, wild swimming and beer, wild women and swimming. That's the next one. Wild swimming. I should have thought this through before I pressed haven't. Wild ale and swimming. Wild swimming and ale. Anyway, yeah. Craft ale and wild swimming. Two of my favourite things. So I'm going to combine them, and we're going to do a little wild swim, and we're going to review a can of quality ale, and let you see some of the beautiful scenery. And hope it's not too cold. If you're doing this, I'm an experienced Navy SEAL. If you're going to do this sort of stuff, please make sure you can swim well, and because a lot of the time if you get in the water and the cold will just take your breath away, and it's often it's them first few moments that a lot of people struggle, let's say that. So You know, I'm a strong swimmer. I know what I'm doing. I grew up swimming, yeah. So if you're gonna do it, be safe, kids. Be safe. Right, let's get in the soup. So the rope swing's a little bit, well, it's too far out and I can't reach it, so that's out of the question. Probably just jump in, I guess. Shall I somersault in just for lol? Have a quick skeg of how cold it is, because you don't want to get yourself into trouble. Oh. Really cold. Oh well. Let's get GoPro out though. See what it's saying. Oh dear me. Right, it's too cold. I'm gonna have to jump in. Right, stop being a lettuce and just jump in. That's how we're gonna roll. Whoa! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh, that's cold. Oh, as you like. Oh. Ah. Actually hurts a bit. Ow. Before hypothermia kicks in, I'm going to extend the GoPro thing and hopefully be able to hook the rope swing and get it over here and have a go on it. Right, let's do it. Oh, come on, sod it. Oh. Oh. I can't reach it. It's too high. I stayed in for a bit. I tried to Wim Hof it, but it's bitterly cold. But I'm going to keep doing this because I love it. I did it all last year, I just didn't film. You know. But I'm gonna showcase some nice wild swimming spots. So this is a nice one. Howsham Mill in the summer. It's a lovely place to come. I've brought my stove, so I'm gonna make a little brew to warm up, and then we'll have a look at this fantastic beer. There you go, 3 tent pegs, And a Trangia burner, really lightweight, small, easy to carry stove. You can't get close enough to your meths with your lighter. Soak the end of a stick in there, take it out, light the stick, and then put it back in. And now that's on fire. Woo. And I've got some heroin, not really, just coffee, sugar and a little bit of powdered milk. Just put it in a little baggie, and then it saves you having to buy them little sachets that are a waste of plastic and cost quite a lot of money. Let's have a let's have a little look at this ale, shall we? Check this out. Lemon, lime and coffee. John Peel, come on. There you go, look. Look at that, a load of dudes just dealing with coffee beans. Northern Star Coffee Roasters. Yeah. Shout out North Star Coffee Roasters in Leeds. So this should be a wonderful coffee vibe, but the cheek of putting lime with it, I wonder what that's going to be like. And also there's a tractor in the next field making a bit of a racket, but that can't be helped. It's where we are. I nearly drive by an empty glass there. I've had a long day. Yeah, you can't apologise for a farmer doing his work, can you? Grafting at this hour. I've been grafting. It's just this time of year. It's nice to come out after work and just have a bit of a swim. Whoa! I tell you what, you're picking it up out even outside on the Michael Schumacher, but on the Engulf, when she parks up, it's quite strong of lime. It's lovely. I know this is going to be terrible focusing, but it's the life we live. Stunner, look. Stone cold, man. The golden hour. The golden shower. Let's give it a whirl then, eh? I've even brought a glass because this is what I'm going to do now for my... This is a series, wild swimming and ale sampling. That smells lovely. That is like nothing I've ever had before. That is delightful, man. Because imagine this, right? It's like a sour. So it's like a sour beer. It's got that tartness from the lemon and lime, but it has actually got a coffee, like a coffee vibe to it as well. Which you think wouldn't go because you're used to associating coffee with like warm drinks, but if you imagine an iced coffee with loads of ice in it, and then a slice of lemon and lime in there, that's a different ball game, like a different beast. I like it, really refreshing as well. And it's only 4.4%, so I can still drive home without swerving everywhere, still be under the limit. Delightful. Oh, it's taking me. One of them ones there. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Right, this is it, man. I'm just gonna ogle this wonderful sunset. It's casting such a lovely light at the moment. It's really autumnal. There's still green on the leaves and browns and reds. It's just beautiful at this time of year. So let's send this off then, eh? Salute. Eggy Shakira, absent friends, cheers. That was delicious. Right, thanks for joining me on this little midweek adventure. I've enjoyed myself, so it doesn't really matter. Everything else doesn't matter because I've had a good time there. Had a little swim. I've enjoyed my Northern Monk Ale. Absolutely fine and dandy. But I've got a few really good ones, so I think this is a good way to showcase them, along with showing you a little bit of nature and a little bit of wild swimming. And it's always good for me 12 female subscribers to see me in little hot pants, so everyone's a winner. Right, so as this sun nods its head of it horizon, I'll bid you farewell. And just before I go, thanks to everybody who went and pestered the 3 tags about SHOWUSYOURSTEAK. I think they're all into it, like Joe and Mike have confirmed that they're going to do it. I think it's John or Carlisle, I can't remember, it's John Carlisle. He'll do it. He's a chef, he's just waiting for an excuse to do it. So yeah, you can stop badgering them now, but I'm eternally grateful for everyone for doing that, and grateful for everyone for sharing their stories and private messaging me and messaging below. And I find it hard to give long answers to everybody, but I really do appreciate it, and it doesn't go unnoticed. So yeah, I'm buzzing off that. Right, take it easy. I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah.